I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't. And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right. Okay, talk to Gwen, see what she knows about Maya, and while I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Sophie's book deal.
Na to my jsme se jí už posledně ptali, že jo? Když jsme byli na té vyhlídce. Kde jsme si dali jointíka, tak jsem se jí tam na to ptal, proč zabila její book deal. A ona byla mad, že jsem jí les počítačem. Yeah. Okay. Dámy a pánové, vítám vás zpátky u Life is Strange Double Exposure. Tadyhle můžu jít ven, já nechci jít ven. Já jsem řekl, že to tady trošku jako prolítnem.
Professor Asshat grading my final right now. Left his door open. I got to watch him hate my writing in real time.
Tak jo.
I could practically read my grade off his face. Martin?
My younger self might have thought this would make an edgy photo.
Tady je něco zajímavého. Hrajou nám tady nějakou cozy hudbičku. Tohle jsem se koukal.
Kind of like the paper straws.
Samozřejmě tohle jsem taky vzal posledně ještě. Co je tohle?
Lo-fi ambient bellows to chill/study to. A classic.
Tak jo, můžu si objednat kafíčko, a nemůžu. Ask us about our merch. To asi nechci merch. Já sice jako neironicky mám školní merch ze středního. Oops.
Meeting tomorrow. Where? What meeting? Is it endorsing meetings in general?
Prostě tam přijď a ono se něco stane. Gwen, tam ještě nejdu.
Audrey, I'm worried about Kim.
So am I. None of my attempts to reach out have yielded results. You?
Nope.
A
Nezajímá
tree
mě to.
died for this, Loretta.
Last time we spoke, Kim said she didn't want to go.
Missing snake?
Guard your ankles.
Please swing by Alon's door if you found her. Daisy is missing. She's really sweet. Roommate left the door open. Oh.
Got it. Let's send him a gift.
Got it. Got it in my pocket.
What's the?
Tady ještě něco?
I don't know. No wonder Kim's depressed. We don't even.
This must be the professor Sophie TA'd for. She mentioned he liked to tear this one kid down, but failing him is harsh.
Můžu s tím něco udělat? John Shoemaker, Hank Porter, Deidra Winehouse, Martin Hart, chudák, Percy Stevenson, Geralt Butler, Tiffany Park, Cora Watts, Emma Finzer.
Shit. I need a password to change the grades. I'll never find it in this mess. I bet Sophie wouldn't mind me helping out one of her favorite students.
Favorite students, najdu tady něco, tady nic jiného není, takže bych musel switchnout realmy.
It has to be perfect.
No
Sorry,
pet.
Chester, but you've got a problem, and it starts with a S. Have fun.
Until tomorrow, profesor Colmenero. Vyraž ty dveře.
If we can't sit on tables, where are the cool kids expected to sit? In chairs? Like a bunch of squares?
Tak to je crazy. As fun and casual as it looks in the movies and on TV, we have to ask students to refrain from sitting on tables. Dobře, vypadá to, že jsem to prošel všechno, tak já si skočím do živého světa, hádám. Yes. Amanda mě píše. Sorry for the long wait times, Isaac and Emily are out sick, so the backup. To mě nezajímá. Tady teda Safí žije. Loreda.
I can't imagine being this trusting. Don't they know there's snoops like me around?
Like me? A můžu s tím něco udělat?
I can't imagine being this trusting.
Dobrý.
Don't they know there's snoops like me around? The art department really pushes for self-expression in every medium. I like that about Caledon.
Assignment. Create a mask that is specific not to your family or culture, but to you as an individual. Consider the parts of your face that will be covered, and which will be left exposed. Membrane, binary, and elephant never forgets. Ooh.
Oh wow. These are
Brášku,
extremely creepy. Sorry.
jako tahle je cool, ale tahle, pičo, jestli to prostě někdo udělal ručně, to je epický jak zmrt. Jo, tady jsem byl. O!
Tree.
Nemůžu nesouhlasit.
Sugar and spices in my latte? Yes. Eggnog? No.
Souhlasím, vaječňák je hnusnej.
My dearest Annabelle, I write to you from the front lines to inform you that the war on Christmas has been lost.
Už si můžu objednat kavčo? Nemůžu. Je mi líto, Max. Tady nic. Huh.
Professor's sitting on the table? Loretta's a hard worker. I'll give her that. I just wish she'd use her powers for good.
Stříhá podcast, ale vůbec ho jako neposlouchá. Čus, máš se?
Loretta. Oh, hi, Miss Caulfield. How are you?
Děláš na podcastu?
Working on your podcast?
Yeah. I'm researching this really fascinating string of killings in West Germany. See, there was this hospital. You'll have to tune in if you want to hear the rest.
I'll be sure to. Anyway, catch you later, Loretta.
Loreto, co to bylo za svůdný pohled? Hear from the past. Teď už s tím asi nic udělat nemůžu, to jsem mohl předtím.
Fuck. This doesn't look so great for Gwen.
In accordance with the rules and policies of Caledon University, Gwen Hunter has been suspended from her duties pending further investigation. Please contact the Office of Student Affairs with any concerns.
Fuck.
A to
This
padlock.
doesn't look so great for
Padlock.
Gwen. Jeez, Caledon. Is that necessary?
Aby tam lidi jako ty nelezli, Max, jakoby, jo. Almanero, on je tady. A něco si nacvičuje. Co nacvičujete vy? Nic. Tenhle svět je takový víc vyčilený.
Wait, Donner and Blitzen means thunder and lightning? Who knew Santa's reindeer were so metal? Martin has an A here. I knew it. Sophie would never fail this kid.
Assistant. Not.
And then she didn't.
Please remember to lock the door when you're finished grading. Thanks. Dobře, a můžu tady nějak zjistit to jeho heslo? Nemůžu, to je v prdeli. Já bych ti strašně rád pomohl, Martine, ale... vypadá to, že to je mimo mé síly. Čus. Máte tady něco zajímavého? Ne, tenhle svět je nudnej. On jak je vyčilený, tak je nudnej.
I wonder who took the time to censor Sophie's recipe. Probably not Sophie.
Big fucking egg. Lots of fucking spices. Co to je? That's famous drunk gingerbread man cookies. Butter, brown sugar, molasses, egg, flour, baking soda, ginger, spices. Optional. Drink half to 1 bottle of brandy. Cheers. Grandma's secret sweet potato pie. Top secret ingredients, none of them marshmallow. Professor Moses Murphy.
I hardly know any of the faculty here.
Je Betty? Enjoy your time.
Come on, Lucas. That's not your quote. You dressed up a line from a Christmas carol. I bet he'd go ballistic if one of his students did that.
Let us honor Christmas in our hearts and try to keep it all year.
I'm surprised Lucas agreed to do this.
Join us in good fun at Krampus on campus as we continue holiday tradition and roast this year's turkey. Lucas Calmanero. If you didn't get the grey one this year, here's your chance to have the last laugh. Takže to je všechno tady. A tady ještě něco?
That's awesome. I should follow them for more info.
Stand with Professor Hunter. Professor Gwen Hunter, one of the most beloved professors at Caledon, has been suspended for reasons the university refused to disclose. Please join us at student discussion this evening, room 201, to discuss how we can support Professor Hunter the way she supports us. Sign up here are for more of this. Okay. Dobře, jdeme dělat progres. Jdeme si pokecat s Gwen, která mě asi roztrhá úplně na cucky.
Gwen's office. Let's see what I can find out from her. I will never be as cool as Gwen.
Ne no.
More music I'm not cool enough to know. Old school. Nice.
Já tak strašně nechápu, jak tohle funguje. Gwen being a vanilla girly feels incredibly on the nose.
It's alive!
Za to moje kytka není moc alive. Nebo nejdřív. Dr. Hunter. This morning I attempted to call student resources asking them why your classes for the rest of the semester have been cancelled. I was told in no uncertain terms that it was none of my business. Then I tried calling the president. She didn't even pick up the phone. Then I walked up to Mr. Reyes, the custodian, and he told me he'd witnessed you being removed by security and that you'd been suspended under suspicions of selling drugs to students. I won't insult you by asking if you're guilty. I'll just wish you the best and tell you that you're the best teacher I've ever had. My student visa only lasts for another semester, but if there's anything I can do, or if on some off change you're ever in Bangkok, look me up. Dr. Hunter, this is bullshit. You rack. I'm drunk. Happy birthday. Apologies for the stationery. It was the only thing within reach. I believe I speak for all of us when I say this is unacceptable and you can count on our support at the hearing next week. If you're looking for a lawyer, I can recommend a decent one. We're going to fight this. Gwen will go to the paper if you have to call it on lit department. You will be avenged. Zajímavé. Má na své straně Abraxas.
I hope somebody is coming in to water you guys.
Nemyslím si.
Someone who doesn't have to break in through an alternate dimension. Will Gwen be allowed to come back for these?
To záleží, jsou její.
Tossing Gwen out screwed everybody over.
Can we get these handed off to TA? Sorry for the additional workload, Livia.
So they took her computer. Probably going through it right now.
OK. Budu doufat, že je to všechno. To jsem nic nemyslel.
black rose. Pretty morose.
Pretty morose. To je prostě jenom pretty, co ti je?
It takes me ages to comment on one student photo. I can't imagine having to grade exams. One of Sophie's former students, I guess.
Dr. Hunter, first and foremost, my condolences. I know you and Safi were close. You don't know me, there's no reason you would. I know it might be inappropriate to come to you with this, but I frankly don't know what else to do. Before her death, Safi was helping me, I know, as a member of the LGBT community yourself? Má to pokračování? Nemá, dobře. Škoda. Candied pecans?
Happy holidays to my favorite prof. I don't think a happy holidays is in the cards.
Čau.
Is that Sophie's book?
Yes. Počkej, tak já jsem...
Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, I need to talk to you about Sophie. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Sophie's book deal canceled.
Shit.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
Yep.
So I've been told.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable.
No. No.
What do you want to know?
Zdálo se mi to, nebo se jí v očích začaly jiskřit slzy. Mě mi jedno, jak to přesvědčila. Proč bys to dělala?
That book meant the world to Sophie. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place.
Tak proč to rušíš, jakoby?
Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
OK.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
To mi neodpovídá na otázku. Proč?
Let me get this straight. You helped Sophie get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
Co? Co? Co?
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book.
Incendiary?
Which was true.
Já se s tebe poseru. Ale to, že učíš literaturu, neznamená, že si tady na mě můžeš zkoušet nějaký chytrý termíny. Incendio, to je Harry Potter třeba. Zápalný štváč, pařížský pobuřovatel. A čemu to jako vadí? Pokračuj, prosím.
It would have harmed a lot of people. Safi included.
Napsal jsem to dobře. Ježišmarja, funguj. Já nenapsal. Inflammable. Combustible.
Sophie's book was incendiary? How? What was
Incendiary.
it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you?
Au.
How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention.
Malilinko.
Not a lot. I know they were friends.
Understatement of the year. The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining? You never saw one without the other? And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy.
Mhm.
Then Maya took her own life.
Okay.
And that's what Sophie wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it's one I made.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful.
To mi nepůjde. Last thing.
One last thing. Is that Sophie's manuscript?
Oh, part of it, why?
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line. I don't trust you not to dig up old graves.
To děláš dobře.
Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over. Huh?
Okay. Já se posedu.
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript.
Co to je za close-up creepy, absolutně. OK, Gwen, tak se měj.
How do I get my hands on a copy?
Co chceš? POV. Hey Max, I know it's been an eventful morning and I'm still parsing it all, but had a quick question. Are you able to get my texts when you're in the other timeline? Trying to grasp the extent of what you can do. From a physics POV, it doesn't look like I can know. Okay, cool, that's a big help. I'll be in touch a little later when I've made some inroads into what happened earlier. Okay, so I started doing a little digging into the alderman situation and it's already weird. Apparently neither Vermont State nor Lakeport PD have any record of a detective Vincent Alderman ever. Zajímavé. Takže jsme teda teď jako jediný, kdo si ho
How
pamatujou?
can they have no record of him? They sent
To
him.
say the least. That's it, Max, I'm coming over. Je tady někdo, komu můžu odepsat? Nevypadá to. Ne, že by mě to nějak trápilo. Já ji potřebuji nějak odlákat. Ale jak? Někdo nějaký nápad? Už znám heslo?
Enjoy the
Ne.
A, my dude. I think you've earned it.
OK, tak jo, prej znám heslo. Ne. Nějaký nápady? Někdo? Kdokoliv? Cokoliv? Já totiž nemám absolutně nic.
There's gotta be a way for me to get my hands on that manuscript.
Aha, a víš o nějaký? Protože když... Tohle je mi k hovnu.
If I'm lucky, maybe this Gwen left Sophie's manuscript.
Ain't no way. Dobře, tak já to tady brainím jak zmrtvole a ono je to takhle jednoduchý. All the daughters we don't talk about. Safi Fayad.
Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave.
Beneath my feet she lies still in her Sunday clothes. We killed her with our own hands. I mean our lack of hands. I killed her with my voice. I mean my lack of voice. Maya's book was like a child or a tumor or a rising beast within her. On the first page she wrote that she was drowning, and by the time she finished, she was drowned. The drowned always surface. What isn't spoken still exists. You can chop her up and sell her for parts, but her ghost remains whole, floating there in the corner of my kitchen, giving me that familiar look. The one that says, unstitch the binding, let the pages fall out, fluttering like birds, shut down. The one that says, take him for everything he's got and then some. Talk to living worth Yasmin in the fab.
Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see
Doslova.
what Yasmin has to say about her.
Tak čau Gwen, díky za manuskript, teda co?
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
Sure. Yes, dobrý.
Yasmin liked to get coffee here in the afternoon. Before Sophie died.
Jakože musím jít do živého světa? Pravidla tohodle světa jdou mimo mě tak nějak. Tamhle je. Let's go. Jasmine, mám na tebe pár otázek, if you don't mind.
Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions. Okay, time for a delicate conversation.
Jsem expert na takovýhle konverzace.
Hi, Yasmin.
Máš se?
Maxine, how are you? I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
No, to se prostě občas stává.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Přesně tak.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard. I was hoping
Začaly mě
we could
bolet
talk.
zuby.
Come, sit.
Máš dobrou náladu.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country.
Let's go.
The coffee is just so-so.
Ne, let's go. Viděla jsi Sophie?
Have you seen Sophie today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
Pardon, není třeba.
I heard about what happened to Dr. Hunter.
Yes,
Would you really fire her?
that depends on the findings of the committee. It's out of my hands now.
Did Sophie tell you her book deal was cancelled?
What? No.
Ani jsem nevěděla, že nějaký měla.
How was she when she found out?
Neví.
Not sure, but
Nebo ví?
I bet she was devastated.
Aha.
Oh, Sophia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
Musím být taktní. Pojďme si popovídat o Maje.
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life 4 years ago. a horrible tragedy.
Tam máš štěstí. Co?
I think Sophie's book was cancelled because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Safia didn't even know Maya.
Did Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it and see what narrative she's trying to spin? Of course. I don't know why I thought they knew each other. It's just...
What?
Everyone seems to have a different opinion of Maya. It's hard to track what's true.
I understand that Ms. Okada was a bit chaotic.
So, she had a bad reputation. No wonder you didn't want her and Sophie associated with each other.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Strange. I really thought Vin's statement closed the matter.
Shady cow skull throwing Vin is involved?
Enough ancient history. I have a favor to ask.
Ancient? Neříkal, že to bylo před 4 rokama?
Sophia's been distant lately.
Za to může Vin, oni spolu šukají teda, co?
Keep an eye on her for me.
Jasně, počítej s tím.
Are you sure that I'm the best person to...
Yes,
Okay, Jesus.
because she trusts you. And I trust you.
Yeah. Sure.
No
I'll
promises.
look for her.
Thank you, Maxine. Oh, the time.
Time flies.
Let's do lunch again. Somewhere with more atmosphere than the other place.
Než Snapping Turtle, ale to je bar prostě, dobrý,
That
cozy.
was odd. What did she mean by Vin's statement?
Loretta. Ona
Maybe
bude
I
vědět.
better talk to Vin myself.
Loretta určitě ví. Sorry, Safi went to the overlook. She's okay, John. Yo, Max. Shot in the dark. But any chance you know what happened to my telescope? The very heavy, very expensive telescope I was almost done assembling. I stepped away for a few minutes and when I came back it was no longer close to being assembled. Hey Moses, sorry to bug you, but I had a question about Win Lang and Maya Okada. Sure, what up? You armed my enemy, Max Caulfield. Reggie. Proč mají mom and dad jako jedno číslo? Do you know if Win put out a statement after Maya's death? I didn't see it at the time since I wasn't at Caledon yet, but Safi shared it with me once. Hang on. He said Maya was an incredibly talented writer, but she also had mental health problems. We tried to get her the help she needed, but that didn't work. If we'd known it was as bad as it was, we would have done more. Does that help? It does, Moses, you're a gem. Okay. Poor Boneberry bartender's nice. Okay, go enjoy the meteors. Don't let Moses freeze. Am I just trying to... Someone gave me also good morning. I get it, morning star for suckers. You don't have to say it back. I'm just stoked about our date. Cool, guess you're busy, so hit me up when you can. Hey, sorry. I was a little hard on you, just don't be a stranger. Okay, I won't. Tak už jsem odpovídal, mám pocit. You weren't. I totally get why you were upset. I won't be a stranger. I promise. Thanks for saying that. So are we okay? Yeah, we're good. Sorry, Joyce. Mě nezajímá. Please take care. Leggy. Safi. Thank you, Yasmin. I'm feeling better. I received an alert from a bank that a purchase in excess of $2,000 was made at the Snapping Turtle on my credit card. Safia isn't answering your phone. I was wondering if you had seen her. She's not trouble. I just want to know. Okay.
He's probably in the admin building.
But ta Amanda.
Hey, sport? We're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
Co tady děláš? Nemáš být v baru?
sport?
Yeah. I'm trying out middle-aged white dad slang nowadays. Is it working?
Sure. What are you doing on campus?
Just going on a coffee run?
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
Maya Okada.
I was asking her about Safi and her relationship with a student named Maya Okada.
Oh. Why?
It's kind of a long story, but it's for something important.
This guy's always falling for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
Well, I'll leave you to your something important. See you around, Tiger.
See you, Amanda. He's probably in the admin building.
Tak, dík. Ty mi nepomůžeš, ok. Top
His
10.
school's success means a lot to Yasmin.
Já jdu za vinem, že jo? Už to mám takovej bordel do prdele. Tady na mě furt někdo mluví, někdo po mně furt něco chce a dvě reality, které existují zároveň a já nevím, kdo co všechno ví, kdo co neví, co vím, já nic nevím. Čau. Neviděl jsi mýho hada? On není můj, jo, ale ztratil se had, prej jsem slyšel. Co se tady děje? Boost.
Nothing ever seems to bother you, Gretch. You must have a heart of stone. A crush on Lucas? Really? Things can't be that bad, can they?
Max, pamatuješ si, když byla ty na... Co to bylo, vejška? V Arcadia Bay? Jo, to... No, tak zkouším.
Isabel, you were absolutely right.
Aha.
As always.
Why is Vin a secretary?
What the heck are you talking about? He's an administrative assistant.
Okay. Why is Vin an administrative assistant? He's an amazing actor. I saw a couple of his plays back when he was an undergrad. It's what made me want to come to Cal.
Keep up my shenanigans and they'll have to add Max Caulfield to the list.
Legends of the Lake, the spooky story.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a secretary.
Administrative assistant.
Whatever.
Mothman.
I didn't realize I needed cryptid erotica until just now.
Ne, díky.
Looks like they're pulling Gwen's books from the library. This is such bullshit.
Ooh, if the highway should take me as its wife, girls with sharp edges. Jejda. Jejda, co to je? Koule. Vem jí. A hodí po někom. Ne. Ježišmarja.
Caledon's Gorilla Girl strikes again. Keep fighting the good fight, kid.
Čau, Vene. Jak se máš?
Looks like somebody had their last stand.
Bavíš se? A co potřebuje sekretář? Takovýhle monitor. On si upravuje CVčko, kokot.
I don't know this Vin as well, but let's see what I can do.
Můžu kouknout na ten monitor? Nemůžu. Já s ním takhle ani nemůžu mluvit. Oh.
Damn, Vin's the most popular class on campus.
You found new hookup. Francine sent you a new message. Aaron sent you a message. You found new hookup. You come in over late. Need a release. Reggie, ty se nezdáš.
Hey, Vin.
Yasmin's out right now. Sorry to disappoint.
Já jsem tady kvůli tobě.
Unless you're here for me. In which case...
No přesně, proto
I'll
tady
do my
jsem.
best to be of service.
Do you talk like this to everyone who comes near Yasmin's office?
I've never met a pissed off board member I can't defang with a little eyebrow action.
How did you and Jasmine meet? To mě nezajímá. Jak dlouho tady pracuješ? To mě taky nezajímá vlastně, jakoby, ale...
President's office.
Right after graduation. The summer stock festivals wept because they couldn't have me. But Kahuna needed me right away.
I thought you might have worked here when you were still a student. You know, back when Maya Okada went here.
Wow. You know Maya's name. Am I supposed to collapse under the weight of that revelation?
You're supposed to talk to me like a human being about what happened with her.
What do you need me for, Super Sleuth? You're obviously capable of digging up ancient gossip on your own. Now, if you'll excuse me, Gwen's hearing completely scrambled Kahuna's schedule.
Kahuna. Proč jí říká Kahuna? Co
No
to znamená?
casual chats about Maya. Noted.
Kahuna. To zní jak nějaký likér. Speak to Dead World Diamond. Okay.
Maybe other Vin will spill. It's that security guy who's been lurking all over campus. Is he looking at classes?
Nevěřím mu, nos mezi očima.
No way around it. I gotta talk to other Vin.
Jo, v pohodě, tak já se to tady nejdřív projdu, ne? Abych neviděl hot dogmana.
Somebody abandoned their boy.
Boy next door. Diamond's notebook?
Diamond wants to lead Abraxas. I bet she's got some good secrets. Whoa, Diamond was working on a documentary about Moses. I wonder why she never went through with it. That was not dirt on Vin. I'm sorry, Diamond. I didn't think this is what I'd find.
Dear Moses, don't laugh, alright? I know what you think of therapy. The brain is unknowable, and the soul isn't a thing. Your words, not mine, but this is an exercise which means I shouldn't have to worry about you shredding my thesis? Ježiš, to zní jako feces. Funny, isn't it? Ano, já jsem se teď pobavil. Even when I'm writing something for my own emotional health in a letter that's only meant for me, I imagine your voice in the back of my head, always asking questions, always pushing me. So here is it in all its messy glory. I have feelings for you. There, I said it. I knew I was falling for you on our first trip to Everett when you helped me find Orion. 3 big stars, and you put your face close to mine. It was your very first lecture. Lecture. Your words so warm on my neck. Ooh, spicy. I didn't know about Tony then, or about how much I'd want to be close to you after that. So yes, I have feelings for you, and yes, I struggle with them every day, but I have to move on. You've got your love, and it's time I find mine elsewhere. Even if I don't want to, even if it's hard to. Even though you're the first person I've liked, it actually makes sense. I've had crushes before, big ones, and I've tried sex, but I never really understood what it was like to actually want that with someone until I met you. I don't know if I ever will again, or if anyone will ever love me if I decide I don't wanna do that again. Am I really just supposed to give up? Be alone forever? Love always, Diamond. Aww. To je smutný.
Keep up my shenanigans and they'll have to...
Don't mind us, Max. We were just finishing up.
Já ti finishnu.
Abraxas needs new blood.
You mean you need another line on your resume?
Hold up. Can we talk? I just want to ask you about Maya.
Dlužíš mi
Please.
laskavost.
I can't handle the both of you. Trying to exploit my weak spots.
Vy ne.
Did
Vinsku.
I just witness a failed crown snatching?
You gotta seize the opportunities when you can. And hey, it almost worked.
Almost.
Speaking of which, what's the deal with Maya? Isn't she the undergrad who died a while ago?
Ne, undergrad, já nevím, co to znamená, ale určitě.
Just that Vin looks like he bit into a lemon anytime someone says her name.
So Maya makes Vin uncomfortable, huh? Let's find out why.
There's gonna be a debate at the beginning of next semester. A special little pissing match for Vin and me.
Pissing match. Já myslím, že on dočurá dál.
President unopposed. But if I had the right piece of dirt, I bet I could make him step down.
If I give her something juicy and then go to the other timeline, maybe I can listen in on Diamond confronting Vin?
Cože? Co?
Vin gave a statement where he said Maya had mental health problems. Which may have been true, but I think there's more. What I'm saying is, someone let Maya down. Really badly.
I don't get it. Were Maya and Vin friends or something?
I'm not sure, but
Šukal.
they definitely knew each other.
And Vin
Všichni
gave a
přespolu.
statement about her death. What a pompous little piece of shit.
Just try not to go too hard on him, okay? He's not in the greatest place.
Relax. I'm not Loretta.
Can you do me a favor? Wait until I get out of here to bring this up with him.
You got it. I won't jeopardize your getaway.
I'm gonna get away, God.
This Vin's not going to tell me anything. Maybe the other one has looser lips. If I'm going to listen in on this conversation, I need to cross to the other side.
Já jsem tak strašně zmatený z té hry do prdele, to není možný. I've lost 2 talented students now, both young women who are highly gifted and bold. I don't know what to make of that beyond. I should have done more. The other student you mean was Maya, right? She was in my intro class and impressive as hell from day one. I still think of her frequently. I wish I could have met Maya. She seems like such a real one. A mě to psalo, že mi to nějaký zprávy. That's odd. Update. I thought I hit a wall in the Alderman mystery, but then I got a single ping for the name Alderman in the Lakeport area. Pardon. There's a bizarre report from 40 or so years ago about a widow named Mrs. Marjorie Alderman, who would be in her late 60s now. I'm still reading through it and I'll reach out soon. I've made sense of it. Okay. Be careful.
Would Alderman's mother know what happened to her son?
Believe me, after what we saw up there, I will. Sebastian the Hedgehog.
The hedgehog, distant relative of the shrew, enjoys its rest after a full day's work for the kahuna.
Just don't break it?
I could just get you a new one. It cost me like $2.
I don't want a new one. I want the one you gave me.
Aww.
Sophie bought him that hedgehog? That's sweet.
How nice of you to finally return my phone calls, Desmond.
Desmond. Winnie.
Emails. Sophie was our only child. Can't you spare 15 minutes to discuss her funerary arrangements? No. She didn't have a will. And though she died by suicide, she didn't leave a note.
Died by suicide? But I thought...
I prefer for her to be buried as soon as possible. I hate the thought of her lying in a funeral home. Alone.
Já si myslím, že jí to netrápí.
Keep listening to this.
Já jo.
I don't blame Vin for wanting to ditch Caledon and get a fresh start.
Vin Lang, aktor, artist, personality, co to jako znamená? Driven and charismatic performer, hungry for exciting new opportunities in creative space or with a prominent art experience, assistant to his work study, Bard Award. Social media, lifestyle, travel, hosting events, voiceover, bráško, tak.
Changing Yasmin's schedule must have been agonizing. For both her and Vin.
Lunch meeting union, Zoom with board, funeral home, press release, financial, emergency Zoom with board, dentist, exam begin online, Desmond arrives, Zoom with Beirut fam, meeting with snapping turtle as the Memorial Turner chap.
Looking for gigs out on the West Coast, huh? Break a leg, Vin.
Welcome back, all I do is win. California ASAP Film TV modeling, independent lead mail. Slova nedokážou vystihnout, jak moc mě to nezajímá. Hermit?
I don't like the looks of this guy. Too Grim Reapy.
Grim Reapy. To není Grim Reaper, to je Hermit. Draw your attention inwards and seek answers within. Inner reflection is the key to enlightenment. Hey, joke.
Somebody patched you up. Well, I'm glad one of us is feeling better.
Snap.
Say cheese, little guy.
Ježišmarja, já tam... Double expo. To je příšerný, já nechápu, proč by tohle někdo dělal. Já nechápu, proč to pořád dělám. Prikli... Nezájem. Takže tenhle Vin se mnou nebude mluvit, myslíš říct. Vinny... Vinsku...
Now that is the face of someone who just overheard the little discussion Diamond and I were having.
Yeah, afraid so. I take it things are dicey inside of Brexis?
Yeah, well, things are dicey outside of it too. The uniformity is comforting.
And yet, no little airplane bottles in sight.
Všechno vychlastal.
Kahuna caught on to the airplane bottle gambit, so now I have to drown my sorrows at the turtle after work.
To je v prdeli.
Join me.
My schedule's a little crazy today, but I do
Ne, já
have sorrows
myslel, že to bude jako taková jako možná odpověď. Violently.
Don't we all?
Já jsem mu nechtěl říkat jako, že jo, budu tam, to je takový jako... Prostě mu rovnou říct, že tam přijdu, on by si moc myslel o sobě pak, kokot. Yep, takže co mám teď dělat? Prostě jít sem a chillovat? Yes. Okay. Rozmrdej ho. St. Here's the sitch.
I didn't want to bring this up before, but I know about the statement you made. About Maya.
Dum dum dum.
You told people she had mental health issues. But that wasn't the whole story, was it?
That's an extremely fucked up thing to bring up.
Nobody expects the head of Abraxas to be Mother Teresa, but they shouldn't be covering up details about someone's death.
Alright, fine. You wanna know what happened? After you died, Yasmin told me that if I stated on the record that Maya was troubled, he'd give me a job as her assistant.
Holy.
Why would anyone want to hear about what you had to say about Maya?
Diana, maybe because we were fucking friends? I met in one of Colmenaro's fiction classes and we clicked.
And you said that shit about her?
Shut up. You wanted a performance and now you're gonna kill me. I grew up without any money, okay? Most kids at Caledon don't get what that's like. And I'm not fucking stupid, okay? I'm not gonna make it as an actor. So yes, Yasmin promised me a stable, respectable job, health insurance. And I took it. And I cared about Maya. And it was a horrible thing to do, and I've regretted it ever since.
I don't have to bring that up in the debate.
There's never gonna be a debate. I'm dropping out of the race.
You're just gonna let me be the head of Abraxas? Like that?
It doesn't feel very good in the end, does it?
Vin met Maya in Lucas's class. And he also knows something about the cow skull through Sophie's windshield, which conveniently made Lucas look guilty. If I can pressure the other Vin, maybe he'll tell me what the hell is going on here.
Kámo, já ti říkám, že Sherlock Holmes videohry jsou jednodušší na chápání než tohle. Nebo já nevím, jestli jsem prostě už moc vyfetovaný, vole, nebo co se mi kurva děje, ale... New message from Moses. Be careful, I will. Okay, so that article about Mama Alderman, it gets wild, so bear with me. 40 plus years ago she was admitted to Lakeport County days before her due date with what she described as a complications with her pregnancy. Only despite what she claimed, not only was there no baby, there never was one. She and her late husband, she said, had planned to name the baby boy after his father, Vincent. It's like there's hints of who Halderman was, or maybe should have been, but only hints. Já můžu prostě někoho kompletně vymazat z prostoru a času, let's fucking go. What the hell? Kámo, tohle, nebo já nemůžu, on se vymazal tak nějak sám. So the guy we saw earlier today shouldn't have been there at all, yeah. Oh, Vinsku. Vinsku? Co? Čau, jak to šlo?
I talked to him. Did you know?
Co?
Why Vin lied in that statement?
Ne.
No.
He was like hurt. But he did step down, so
Takže good ending.
all hail President Diamond, I guess.
Hip hip hooray!
In my experience, there's no way to move through this world without hurting someone sometime.
A občas někoho zabít.
Yeah, but like, I've never seen him like that. I didn't just hurt his fifis. I curb stomped that man.
Damn. Dobrý pocit,
First
ne?
act as president of Abraxas?
Breaking the news to the Vinians, I guess. Ugh. There's gonna be tears.
Ty toho zvládneš, Diamond.
See you
Já ti
around,
věřím.
Max.
Budeš skvělý prezident. Sice tě jako pořádně vlastně ani vůbec neznám, jo, a je mi to vlastně upřímně tak nějak jedno. V jakém světě s ním mám mluvit? Kde je? Prosím, pomozte mi někdo. Speak to living world. OK, já myslel, že jsem se od to. Už odpoj. Já jsem tak strašně confused, to je v prdeli. Vinsku, já něco vím. Co to je? Jo, na to už jsem koukal. Čau. Pešáku.
I know you're busy. Give me just a minute of your time.
This better be worth it.
Ukaž kozy.
Yasmin gave you this job as a favor, didn't she? For talking to a reporter who was writing about Maya's death?
Didn't your parents ever teach you to not bring up people's dead friends for no reason?
There is a
Já
reason.
mám důvod.
I promise.
Please, enlighten me.
Snažím se někomu pomoct.
It might not make a lot of sense, but I'm trying to help someone. And that means learning about Maya.
Maya's been dead for years now. She can't help you or anyone else.
By se zdivil.
Just go with me for a second, okay?
All right.
Aha.
You said in your statement that Maya was troubled. But that wasn't true, was it? Vin, what really happened?
Tell me.
Ask Lucas Colmenero. It all started in his class.
Samozřejmě.
He has Maya's blood on his hands.
Dum dum dum.
Saying Lucas
Killed her? Not literally, but... The man deserves every misfortune that befalls him.
Co udělal, Vine?
Like, for example, if Sophie suspected him of tossing a cow skull through her windshield?
No more free secrets. I have a reputation to protect.
I guess I could reveal one of the other secrets I know.
You owe me a favor.
You owe me a favor, remember? Because of your package.
My... package?
Shit, that's in the other timeline. Get it together, Max. Never mind.
Aha.
You and Sophie had a thing, didn't you?
One, information I already know isn't exactly thrilling. Two, I'm dying to know how you figured that one out. Because I'm confident it wasn't Sophie.
Ale neříkáš, že by to nebyla pravda.
Remind me not to underestimate you.
Alright. So was the cow skull you, or not?
Yes.
Proč?
So, why?
I mean, you've seen a pissed off Sophie before. She's like a force of nature. When I heard her book got squashed, I seized an opportunity to aim her at a deserving target.
So you were what? Protecting Gwen?
That's as much as you get. And now I really do have to get back to work. But, Caulfield, whatever the real reason is for you digging up old history, be respectful to Maya. She suffered enough while she was alive.
Tak já teď už nic neudělám, když je mrtvá. Ty píšo.
You're kidding. How much?
$5,000.
That's what I'm talking about. Ha. Compare us all you want. Only one Colmenero has a movie deal, and it's not Roberto.
Roberto.
Samuel, I'm sorry. Can you please hold? Absolutely not. Out of my office, now.
But
I just shipped my son out of the country because of your little stunt. You think we're just gonna go back to being friends?
Blood on your hands.
Admit it, Lucas. You have blood on your hands.
Whatever you think, you know, you'll never be able to prove it.
Damn, bro.
Now get out!
That's all the proof I need.
the fuck was that? I can't prove anything? Whatever happened to Maya, Lucas was definitely involved.
Yep. Find information about Maya in Dead World Lucas Office. To uděláme zase někdy asi příště. Já se na pokračování asi musím vyspat, ty vole, já už to nezvládám pobírat.
No, I'm not going near that man again. Not alone anyway.
A s puškou? Změnilo se tady něco zajímavého? Asi ne, ale já to stejně jen tak jako rychle proběhnu. Je to tady úplně stejný. OK. Dobře, no tak příště budeme zase šmejdit do...
If this Lucas won't talk, I'll just have to start digging. Oh joy.
Zase se budeme prostě hrabat do kanclu profesora dalšího. Jo. Takže to teda příště. Do té doby zatím čus.